This podcast may contain spoilers from whatever TV show or movie is mentioned. Please listen at your own discretion. Welcome to Viewers Anonymous.
Yo, what's going on? I am Scoots Bronson.
And I am S. Foster.
That's right. You're now tuned in to the Viewers Anonymous podcast, where we give you our very own reviews and takes of movies and TV straight out of Hollywood. Before we get into the nonsense, make sure you go follow us on all of our socials. On Instagram and Twitter at ViewerNonPod, on Facebook at VA Pod Watch Group. You can find us on YouTube at Viewers Anonymous. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. That way you'll know every time we drop an episode. And hit us up on Patreon at patreon.com/Viewers Anonymous to see all of our behind the scenes episodes and extra content. Only $2.99 a month. And last but not least, stop what you're doing. Whatever platform you're listening to this on, pause it, check the timestamp, roll on over to Spotify. Start it at that timestamp, continue, or start it at the beginning. It don't really matter. Just make sure you're listening to or watching this on Spotify. Also, hit that follow button as well. Help us get our numbers up. Now that that's said and done, what's up, my brother?
Bro, well, this is one of those moments where it's kind of like a step aside type of moment.
Yeah.
But like, for the people, especially like the true fans that really fuck with us and everything, notice that pods haven't really been dropping and haven't been really as consistent as we were kind of, at the beginning of the year and everything. But so I was saying that I had like a lot of family stuff going on, but I really never specified necessarily what it was. And I really didn't want to get into it because, I didn't want to speak anything into existence. But so it happened. So the hiatus has been, because of me, but not in a bad way. But long story short, my father passed away. He passed away. Appreciate that. On the 7th of this month, and we buried him on the 12th. And a lot of weeks leading up to it, going back and forth and stuff to the hospital and things like that. So that's why really the pods haven't really been coming as the way that we normally been doing. And just now, just really just trying to get back in that mode. And I spoke on this before where I said that podcasting has really been therapeutic for me. And so really looking forward to doing this pod today and everything. But like I was telling you earlier before we got started, that I personally don't have like a bad memory like of my father. Like my father was, was the person I looked up to. My father was, my role model. I didn't look up to athletes and entertainers and things like that. Right. So, I've always looked up to my father, and I had the pleasure of being able to, live with my father for some years. My parents separated before I started walking. So, it was always like a weekend summer thing. And then, when I became 11, I went to go move with him. And one of the reasons I say, why I was like blessed and had the pleasure of living with him was, I've been talking more with my siblings because I'm the middle on my dad's side. And I'm the only one that he had like first hand in raising. And so I'm a lot more like him. And it's like the whole thing of like my other siblings not really getting what I got, that I think, it's just starting to get there. But anyway, I appreciate, your patience. Also the fans' patience. But, hopefully, things are starting to die down a little bit. There's still things that got to be done because I'm power of attorney of him. So it's things that I got to cancel out and all types of things like that. But hopefully, this week and next week, we kind of start getting back on track. We got to, we got a Patreon idea and we just haven't even done that yet. So
Yeah.
But just appreciate everybody, like everybody that's reached out to me, you know what I'm saying, and checking on me and things like that. You done that as well. So, I thank you for doing that as well. So,
Oh yeah, for
and
sure, bro.
yeah, but just stick with us, y'all. You know what I'm saying? We gonna get back on track. It's just been a lot on me dealing with all of that stuff with my dad and everything. But that's it, man. That's appreciate the clear out.
I know for sure, man, for sure. Like I told you, bro, family is you know what I'm saying, and I ain't really gotta tell you, but we already know family it comes before all this. You know what I'm saying? We can't do this unless we got, you know what I'm saying, our priorities straight on our end. So I know that's something that definitely needs to be dealt with delicate gloves. And like I told you, man, take all the time you need. You know what I'm saying? Whenever you're ready, let's get back to it. Until then, it was just trying to make sure that everything was okay with you, and you know what I'm saying, that you had to, get everything done with what was going on. And that's not really a easy thing. That's something that truthfully a lot of people wouldn't even be able to be still sitting here right now, you know what I'm saying, especially with how recent it is. So, you know what I'm saying, I gotta admire, you know what I'm saying, your strength first and foremost. But um just the persistence, you know what I'm saying, to be able to get out there and continue to, you know what I'm saying, trying to get back to some normalcy um after something like that. That's not something nobody wants to go through, for real, bro. So um definitely condolences to you and the family for sure. And like I always told you, bro, whatever you need, if I can do it, I got you. You know what I'm saying? So yeah,
Yeah, appreciate it, man. Appreciate
you
that,
already
man.
know, man.
But
But
how are you though, man? How everything been going for you,
oh
man?
man, uh I'm getting a promotion at work. So
That's what's up, man. Congratulations.
yeah, man, thank you. I'm excited about that. Um Outside of that, bro, I'm gonna be honest with you. I have been making I've been content crazy right now. I've been absorbing content, I've been making content. Um I just I don't know, man. Something hit me and I got my creative bug back. You know what I'm
That's what's
saying?
up.
Like really got it back, like to the and I think I'm gonna be honest with you. I really think what it is just the fact that I've been getting rest. You know what I'm saying? I've changed my eating habits, but I done lost like fucking 45 pounds. Like just
That's
everything
what's
is
up.
just, you know what I'm saying? Everything is just have not necessarily been like in a great position, but I've been changing some things and everything has been in a way better position. I just say that. So I'm definitely excited about that. But I've been on this content thing, man. I really been taking my time out. I've been going TikTok crazy. My little cousin, like I keep telling y'all, he keep pushing me. He keep pushing me. He like, hey, what you doing right now? You ain't making no video. I'm like, man, all right, I'm gonna do it. And then finally, when I did it, I'm like, man, let me make another one. And then I'm addicted to it now, bro. So I just been on TikTok going crazy, and you know what I'm saying, trying to get shit popping, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I'm trying to get shit popping. I'm doing pretty good on there though. I've been gaining
That's
some followers. Um, I've been getting some notoriety. So once my shit get up to like 1,000 to where it's up there, yeah,
mm-hmm.
I'm about to start putting viewers anonymous content on there as well. I got an idea for it. So we'll talk about that off screen though. I don't
Yeah,
want to tell
yeah.
everybody. But that the idea I got for it though, I think I could pull it off. So when I tell you about it, I think you're gonna like this. So
Okay.
it's gonna be dope. But I'm definitely gonna put it on mine, and I want you to put it on your page too. And I think that'll definitely help us get some uh get some people in here. You know,
Okay.
so that's gonna be fun, man. But today is how can I put this? It's an interesting day.
Okay.
That's first off, it's humid as hell outside. It's been humid all week. I've, bro, I've never sweated so much in my life. I come home with wet clothes every day as if like I'm working like a real hard job. I really don't even do nothing at work. But the way I sweat, you think that I was in there like working my ass off. I'm not doing nothing. Um, but the humidity cannot stop us because now we got air conditioning in the houses and that works. So the old guard 2 is what we're talking about today. If you haven't seen the old guard, you need to go watch it. And if you haven't seen the old guard 2, you need to watch the old guard 1 first and then come watch old guard 2. But old guard 2, let me see. It's starring Uma Thurman. Damn, what is her name, bro?
Charlize Theron.
Thank you. Charlize Theron. Um, who else is it? It's a bunch of other people that I don't know. But I'll be honest with you. I just know Uma Thurman and Charlize Theron. Um, but basically, this is the sequel to the first Old Guard, and it's a movie about a group of immortals that happen to find a young lady who is basically a new immortal to them, and they had went on to figure out some. I forgot what the first one was about. The second one is about them all teaming up. Finally, they getting all this shit together, and some people come back from the past, and they have no idea. But this one that comes back from the past, named Discord, is the first immortal ever that they thought. They didn't know that it was other immortals walking the earth, and they reveal the secret that one of their group members is the very last immortal. But they also reveal a secret, or they find out a secret about the immortal power that nobody knew until now. So, where do we start?
That's a good question. Um, damn, where do we start? This one, first of all, this is how this is a great example of how you do a sequel.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, okay.
I'm
Let me hear you out first before I agree.
well, because I like the way. First of all, we find like a lot of times in sequels, you don't know how much time passed by.
Right.
They actually tell you that it's only been 6 months for them. Now it's been like 2 years for us, but it's only been like 6 months for them. Like they tell you the 6 months. They give you they start the movie off on the person that Andy was with for like 1500 years or whatever the time period was, and then they got split up and they put her in that, in her own little prison cell and dump her in the ocean. They find her, and then we find out, because from our understanding, we always thought Andy was the first of the immortals.
Right.
And then we find out in this one that is actually Discord, who is played by Uma Thurman. And so, like, to me, when it comes to the storyline on how they tied everything together, that's what I was meaning by this is how you do a sequel, just how they tied everything together. How, when it comes to Booker, we find out the one dude, Joe, been talking to this mother the whole time when he was supposed to be in exile and shit.
Yeah.
And Andy dealing with her, immortality. Did I say that right? But she's not mortal anymore. Yeah.
No,
so
with her mortality.
Yeah, mortality, because now she's not immortal anymore.
Right.
And so, her, dealing with her stuff. And then when we find out, like, I know I'm just fucking rambling right now. I haven't potted in a while, y'all. But like,
keep going, because you're making a great point right now.
Okay, so she, is dealing with that. And then we find out that she is that way because Nile stabbed her. And then we find out she's the last, and this is why she's losing it. But then we also find out they bring in this new guy who knew Andy for centuries, but said, "Don't speak of me." She go sees him, and then he's go telling her about the shit in the books of like that. There, no, he didn't tell Andy this. He told Booker this, that there's a theory that if someone else gets stabbed by Nile, then that person could pass their mortality on to someone else, type of thing. So I don't know, man. Like I just thought personally, I thought they did a really good job with this movie, to be honest with you.
Okay, so now that you put it that way, I see what you're saying. The my only beef is the fact that it is 6 months from the original story, right? And the reason that I say that is because I feel like with a situation like this, more time should have passed. Like they should have made it like a year or like a year and a half instead of it being like so quick. Because it seemed like if you go back and watch the first one and then you go to this one, like the girl instantly, she just like she seemed way more advanced than she should be in 6 months.
Like how many jobs did y'all do?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, what the fuck did y'all do within these 6 months that good?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna start off where we left up where I left off at recently. All right. So she's way more advanced than what she should be within 6 months, right? Like
Okay.
to me that just don't make no sense how green she was at the beginning and then like all of a sudden she's fucking like the female James Bond in this one. Like
Okay.
okay and all them, they've been doing this for years. Like, and don't get me wrong, because she was military, but like I don't even
Yeah.
think she was, like battle ready in the military. Like she looked like she was like just in the military, like she just got deployed and she just got out of basic training. You feel me? Now all of a sudden she's fucking Kill Bill Aeon Flux out here. So that was like, and then the other thing that I didn't like was the fact that like the way that they had everything going, everything seems so far away from the original story. Excuse me. Everything seems so far away from the original story for it to only be 6 months. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then they not like the way that they talking like this shit was 2 years ago. They not talking like it was 6 months ago. You know what I'm saying? So like to me, like I didn't like that. Like the dialogue seemed like it was so far away from the first movie. Even though I mean it was so far away from the first movie in real life, but in the story, for that to be half a year was like, come on, fam, that much ain't happened in half a year. And then they was like, when I think was it Booker that she was talking to on the bed, and she was like, he was like, yeah, you guys left me. I'm like, nigga, they didn't leave you that long, fam. Like, it wasn't that long ago. Like, dude, that's what I'm saying. Like, just like certain dialogues when they was talking, I'm just like, I don't think they know what the timeline of this movie is for real. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was a little weird. So that kind of threw me off. Outside of that though, the conversation that her and Andy and Booker did have, I thought was dope because it kind of showed you the differences of how they feel about having this power, right? How they feel about being this unique being. Cause Booker was like, yo, I know this shit is cool and all, but yo, I'm kind of getting tired of this shit. Like, don't none of this shit mean nothing. Like, don't none of this shit have no risk, no penalty. Like, I'm ready to get this shit over with. And kind of Andy was kind of just like, yo, I wish I had my shit back. So I thought that was dope for them to be able to have those two different viewpoints. You know what I'm saying? On that. So that was something that I really wanted them to dive a little bit more into. They kind of did, but they didn't really do it in the like a exponential way. They kind of just like touched on it and then like kind of showed you a little bit toward the end, like in the big fight. They kind of breezed past it a little bit, but man, it was a good movie though. I will say that it was a great movie. I did enjoy it. The action was pretty much, what it was supposed to be. I'm not gonna lie to you, Charlize Theron, in that initial fight when they went into the mansion, she was moving kind of stiff in that. She was, that little leg sweep to like that little leg sweep to pick the gun up. No, not the dude. She just did the little leg sweep to pick the gun up. I'm
Yeah.
like, she like she couldn't get up off that motherfucker for a minute. I'm like, wait a minute now. You gotta do some yoga before you get to do this shit. But nah, it was dope. I thought the action sequences were pretty much, the reason that they picked these, actors and actresses. Especially Charlize Theron and Uma Thurman, man. That fight scene, bro. Oh my goodness. That was tough. That fight scene was tough.
Yeah,
I liked it.
That's why I thought it was so funny that you said, and that just shows everybody else how much we do this shit. So you use the examples of Kill Bill,
yes,
and Aeon Flex
on purpose.
Aeon Flex, yes, on purpose.
Yeah.
Like Aeon Flex was played by Charlize Theron, and fucking Kill Bill was by Uma Thurman.
Absolutely.
But you was talking about the black girl.
Yep. So hey man, when you watch as many movies as we do, bro, you get them kind of skills, man.
Yeah, and so that's number one. Number two is the other point that you made is that, oh man, what was I gonna say? So, what was the other point? Oh, Charlize Theron, right? When you were talking about it, she was a little stiff getting off that floor.
Yes.
Okay. Now, did you hear? I didn't hear the whole thing. I just heard a clip of her on Call Me Daddy talking about that one night stand that she had with this 26-year-old.
Let me tell you something.
He blew a blackout.
I'm sure he did. I've never listened to an episode of Call Me Daddy.
Me neither. Like, I'm just saying.
I've never seen a clip. I've never seen none. When they first started talking about that show, I had to look them up because I've never heard of that shit.
That's the crazy part, and it was like the number one podcast in the world, and I've never heard of it.
It still is. Didn't know. She's still going strong.
I didn't know until she got that $100 million deal. That was the first time I ever heard a Call Me Daddy.
I heard a lot about them deals they was getting though. Never listened to the episode, but I heard a lot about them deals they was getting.
Yeah, exactly. That was the same thing. And it just, when you said that, like, let's still get off the floor, and it was just like the first thing that came to my mind was that story. Yeah. And I did hear the clip because she was talking about, I guess what they was, because like they was like clipping up the clip. You know what I'm saying? So it was like jumping. So, but the way it seemed like she was kind of acts like something about dating and maybe possibly not being married and things like that. Because she was talking about how she don't have to answer to anybody. This, that.
Married. She make way too
And
much
she
money.
and she just came out with it. She was just like, look, she said, I had a one night stand with a 26-year-old, and that was like the best sex I've ever had. And I was just like, man,
Salute to Charlize Theron, bro. Because
yeah,
you
salute
know
that.
what? This is what I appreciate about successful older women. They'll do things like that. We'll never
Yeah,
know. We'll never know until they say something.
exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Unless
She
they
ain't out
want us
here
to know.
fronting it. She ain't telling everybody. She just ain't no telling how many one night stands Oprah done had. You know what I'm saying? Oprah probably got one every night of the week, bro. We'll never know. We'll never know.
Yo, he said Oprah.
Don't be surprised.
Nah, it's just like that. Just okay. We go from Charlize Theron, right?
Yeah.
All right. Looking the way she looked in the black faded jeans,
Mm-hmm.
and then you go to Oprah. It's like just like the vision that was in my head, like it just. it just
Oprah is a billionaire, bro. She don't got to look like nothing.
she
I'm just
gotta
being
look
real, bro. She's a billionaire. She don't got to look like nothing. Oprah could look like Tyler Perry, and it'd be a dude out there that'll give it a go with that billionaire status.
man. That's somebody that'll give Medea a go for $1 billion status.
That's what I'm trying. I mean, well, we do know that that happened, so
So I'm just
it's
saying,
true. That is true.
I'm just throwing that out there. But nah, like but the point that I was trying to make was because I just when you said that, I was just like, I don't know. I didn't think she was still, especially during that fight scene at the end. Like when those two was going at it, knowing that us figuring out what this whole shit was even about.
Right.
And we heard a little bit about it in the first one, where there was like they heard of mortal people just up one day and just don't have mortality anymore. So I'm not gonna lie, it's something that escaped me from the first one. I just, I just wasn't thinking about it, and I didn't know what what's her name in this. I didn't know Discord's motive of why she wanted to find Quinn
Mm-hmm.
and why it was important to her. And
Right.
then once you start watching it and you start figuring this shit out, like, oh shit, her whole thing was to bring back Quinn so Quinn can get Andy, and then Andy is gonna bring what's her name? Nile, because
Now,
Nile is the key to this whole shit.
absolutely.
And something I like about the storyline is someone that we didn't really think, like, they introduced us to Nile in a way of like, okay, you're next in line, fall in line, and you're gonna do what we do. But come to find out, like, she is like the key ingredient of this whole thing. She could shut this whole shit down.
Mm-hmm.
She had the power to shut this whole damn thing down to get rid of all these mortal people.
Right.
And the whole reason Discord won't hurt is because she is gonna force her to
Kill off all the other immortals.
to kill off all the other ones, but
Yeah.
then have to. But the thing is, the person will have to offer their mortality voluntarily.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I don't know how she's going to do, because no, look, I don't know how it works, but if you force them to do it, that's not giving it to them voluntarily. You see what I'm saying? I don't know how.
See, that's why I think they ended it the way they did. Because remember when they were when Andy and Booker were in the hallway, and Booker had pretty much passed his immortality, and he seen her healing up on her chin. That's when he knew, like, okay, it works. And that's when they had, did the thing, and she was like, all right, you go first. He was like, nah, you go first. And she was like, I can't go first because if I go first, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna die. He was like, nah, you always go first. And then he told her, like, yeah, I passed it on to you. Like, I finally got my expiration date. And then that right there, because I think I forgot what dude's name was, the dude that she knew for forever or whatever. I forgot his name. Um
Was it
Tua.
Tao?
Tua.
Tua?
Yeah. Yep. So when Tua had told him that, basically he was like you said, he was saying like it gotta be voluntary, like it gotta be from the person. But she was saying that she's going to make now pretty much torture them or some shit like that. My thing is this, excuse me. It like you saying, it don't make sense because if they can pass it on by just giving it to her involuntarily, then why use now? Because now can take it from them.
Well, I think it seems what she wants to do is to be the one, like to be the only one,
Right.
and get now to make everybody mortal and get them to pass their mortality to her so she could be the only one that's living.
Exactly. Exactly.
And very selfish thing of her. But
Right.
my whole thing is like, why would you want to be the only one? Because it
Well,
seems uh-oh.
I know why. Because she's not one anymore.
Well, yeah.
So she trying to get it back and then kill the rest of them off. So now she don't have to worry about that ever happening again. Because if she get now to get one of them to give her immortality back, right?
Mhm.
Then she can get now to kill all the rest of them. She can kill now, and then nobody else can challenge that. She pretty much the only one. However, they did say something interesting. They said that when Tua was talking, he was talking about when him and Discord used to be together back in the day, and he was saying that it was a group of them that was walking, you know what I'm saying, the earth. But they basically kept in contact with each other, but nobody knew what was going on yet. So we don't even know who else is out there. I feel like if it is a third one, because I feel like they built it up for a third one. If it is a third one, there's gonna be somebody else that pops up through this.
True. That's definitely gonna be somebody else.
Yeah.
Or at least it's gonna be interesting the casting of it.
Mhm.
But before we get into that, real quick, we just want to pay a bill real quick. To let y'all know, tired of drinking expensive energy drinks to give you little to no results, then W Energy got you covered with a selection of energy or hydration drink mix with a variety of different unique flavors, great tasting flavors. Still got my cup here. If y'all want one of those, they give you no jitters, no crash, zero sugar, zero filter, just clean energy.
That's right. And with ingredients like coffee fruit extract and B vitamins, W is the best choice for energy or hydration. You can even get a cool shaker like the one S. Dot just showed you, with designs inspired by video game creators, content creators, anime, and even video games themselves. Right now, the solo leveling content creation collab is still going on. I believe they released a new solo leveling flavor, and I think they got some new shakers with solo leveling characters on there. So if you are a solo leveling fan and you are an energy drink drinker, this is the perfect collab for you. So head over to w.gg and use our code VAPOD for 10% off your order. That's w.gg using our code VAPOD and get 10% off your order. Fuel up and stay focused with W.
Yes, sir. So I definitely think they set it up for a 3
Yeah.
because they ended this shit like a fucking season finale. And I didn't even know it was the end. Like when they started running, talking about, keep up and who goes
Yeah,
first,
I
no,
thought
to
they was
always
about
go
to go to
first.
the next scene.
I did too. Then the credits came up. I'm like, what the fuck?
Like, yeah, I was with you. I'm like, hold on now.
They did this shit like a TV series. But I was like, oh man. I was like, y'all got me. Because I did not see that coming. But that is an interesting point that you brought up of like, who are these other ones that may still be left out there?
Right.
And with Discord, like my thing is what's gonna happen with why do I keep forgetting? Because she's a new character, Quinn.
Yeah.
Because Quinn lost her mortality. So it feels like what's gonna happen is that couple in here, one of them is gonna be out of here. Or at least one of them is gonna lose their mortality. And I feel like they're gonna give it to Quinn.
I about to say, well, one of them already did.
No, Quinn, not yet. No, hold on. What you talking about? One of them already.
Wasn't Booker one of them a part of the couple?
No. Well, I'm talking about the couple, the two guys that date each other.
Okay, so Booker wasn't one of them.
No.
Cool. I do agree with you on that, and I'm gonna tell you why I agree with you on that. Because when Nile took the other dude's immortality, they both know. Andy don't know yet.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Andy didn't know. So he basically was hiding it. And I think he one of the ones that end up getting caught too.
Well, both of them got caught.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, so so when dude figured out you're right. So dude is going to want to sacrifice himself to be with dude if he dies. I agree with you on that. They in love. That's how it go. We already know how that part of the story gonna go. He don't want to go off and be with his love. We already know he out of there too. So them two gonna be gone. You're right. Quinn is definitely gonna get that immortality back, and they are going to jump Discord and beat the brakes off her. All three of them are going to beat the brakes off of Discord.
Man, listen. Quinn has had, how can you not feel sorry for the Joker? She have been constantly drowning in the dark for like 2,000 years. Get out to see that her best friend that she feels that stopped looking for her.
Okay, best friend.
I mean, what? So you think they was lovers?
They are lovers, sir. Did you see that fight scene? Come on, man.
Okay. Come on, man. Lovers. Okay.
They are definitely lovers.
And you thought that she was in a quote unquote prison like you were, and she wasn't. She was out the whole damn time. And so then you get out, right? Come to find out, she wasn't locked up like you. You asked her to join you. She asked you to join her. You don't want to do that. So then you do this whole thing, and then you get stabbed and you lose your mortality. It's like what the fuck? She can't catch a break, bro. Like,
first off, you on the wrong side.
Yeah, you are on the wrong side.
You know what I'm saying?
But okay, if you've been locked up in the bottom of the ocean, freezing in the dark, constantly choking, like, and then you get out, I'm indebted to you. Like,
facts.
I don't care what side I'm on. I could be on Hitler's side. You pulled me out of that water after I've been drowning in the dark, freezing for 2,000 years. You know what I'm saying? I mean, y'all don't take this literal because I'm really bullshitting right now. I was gonna say I'll throw up that salute, but I'm just saying. I'm just trying to tell you how dedicated I would be.
That's crazy.
I'm just trying to say how dedicated I would be.
That's crazy.
I don't think nobody understand. Like, really think about that shit. Like, I mean, I know it's movie shit. I mean, I know it ain't real, but I'm just saying, you can't die, and you at the bottom of the ocean, freezing and constantly drowning for 2,000 years.
I mean, but okay, so this is the thing though. I don't think it affects them like that though, right? Like even when they be getting stabbed, like they stare at it and then it heal up and then they keep it moving. Like they don't be hurt for real. Cause
I mean,
remember, even with Booker, like he like shit was happening to him. He was like, and then like finally when he had passed on his immortality, when he finally got stabbed, like he felt that shit. He was like, that was the first time I seen him do that.
honestly, I don't know, bro. I think they feel it. I just think it's quick. I just think that it's not like I think they feel like they got shot or stabbed or whatever, but it just heals. But I mean, in like trying to like I said, I don't know how it works, but it's just like constantly trying to get a breath and you can't get it, and
Yeah,
you just constantly doing it.
yeah.
Because that shit sounds terrible, bro.
I mean,
That's
yeah,
like
but
that's like that whole question of would you rather drown or would you rather burn to death?
drown me, bro.
Like I've heard that question, and it's like, and you sit there and you try to think, like, all right, what's the worst one?
I'd take the drowning.
Because the thing about the burning part, at least, I mean, look, I think it's a theory because I mean, you have to be getting, but you can't know, but like, I think I've heard like a doctor or something say that like after like so if your whole body's on fire after so
Yeah,
much of a point, you're not gonna feel it anymore. Like you're gonna
yeah.
like kind
But
of be like a
see,
shot.
see, this is the thing. It ain't about the pain of getting burnt. It's the shit that happens. Like you suffocate on your own smoke. Like the smoke inhalation
Yeah,
kills you as
you
well.
could.
So
Yeah, yeah.
your flesh is burning the fuck up. You choking on your own smoke. You can't do shit. You can't stop, drop, and roll because that shit probably painful as fuck too. Because now your nerves and shit is exposed. Like no, fuck all that. Drown me, okay? Drowning seems a lot easier than the you know what I'm saying? The burning to death.
I would imagine. I mean, I was just saying like the whole thing of like just trying to catch your breath and you just keep inhaling water. It's just like I don't know. Shit sound wild.
Yeah.
But yeah. Anyway, we digress.
Facts.
She chose the wrong side, but I understand why she did. She's like,
Yeah.
yo, I've been down here all this time. You pulled me out. You are what I am. And she hasn't been looking for me.
Right.
So, but I think in this next one, I can almost guarantee she's going to get her mortality back
Mm-hmm.
because now we have sympathy for her. Like, if you get invested in characters, you kind of like invested in Quinn because you're like, yo, like this whole time she's been suffering, and then as soon as she gets out, she loses her mortality. It's like, let's get it back. But you also got to remember, so the gay couple was having a conversation.
Mm-hmm.
They were sitting. I can't remember. I think they were sitting in front of a fire, or maybe they weren't sitting in front
Yeah.
of a fire. Yeah, and like one of them was just talking like he was kind of talking like he was ready for this shit to be over. He's gonna be the one that's gonna pass that shit on to Quinn, guaranteed.
Absolutely. Yeah. Look, man, listen, I'm telling you, it's gonna be all this is how I see it now. I'm telling you, I think this is how I see it. Not I think, but I know this is how I see it. So they jumped the fuck out of Discord, right? They beating the shit out of Discord. Discord gets a move off, kills Quinn, or so she thinks. Quinn lays there. Now Andy is going the fuck off. Cause what the fuck? You just killed my lover. Andy whooping her ass. Now comes in, boom, you know what I'm saying? Do her thing. They get the little advantage. Discord turns up, kicks Nile off of her, does some shit to Andy, throws her across. You know, they do the little slow get up. That part, right? She incapacitate now because she still need now. And then she goes after Andy. Right when she's about to go after Andy, boom, Quinn pops up, kills her. And now we figure out that Quinn is immortal. I think that's how it goes.
See, this is how I think it's gonna go. Yo, I swear if this happens, we got this shit dated. And if they steal our idea, if we find out that they didn't write this shit to like after like the 20th or whenever we drop this
You
shit.
need to get paid.
Yeah, we need to get paid because this is what I feel is gonna happen.
And it better not be no fucking alternate endings.
So the one dude that was talking about ending the shit, it's not gonna be him. It's gonna be his boyfriend, right? So I think what's gonna happen is Discord's gonna pull a Thanos joint, and he is going to be the one that voluntarily gives her the mortality. So she's going to be mortal. And so then it's like you said, it's going to be the whole fight scene or whatever. But then now is going to hold on, wait a minute. I had it. But the other dude that was talking about ending it, he's going to give it to Quinn.
Mm-hmm.
But then the other dude, like
he don't
both
have no more.
See, I never remember him losing it.
When they so remember when Nile was out in the courtyard and she was practicing with that sword spirit thing that she stole, and he was like, "Okay, you showing off? Let me show me what you got."
You getting the people mixed up. Those two dudes never got involved in that.
So that was Booker.
Yeah, Booker wasn't in a gay relationship, man. I'm talking about the two gay dudes.
That's who I'm talking about. One of them was talking. They was outside talking, and then he walked up on Nile because one of them don't have it. Remember, because he cut his arm.
That was Booker. Booker cut his arm.
So Booker wasn't the one that gave her the what's the name then?
Booker gave Andy mortality back.
He couldn't because now if okay, so who I forgot who it is. One of them was practicing with Nile, right?
It was
and
Booker.
Nile had cut him on his arm. Remember, he wasn't healing up. He lost his immortality. And then remember when Tua talked to Booker, Booker found out he can give his immortality away. So that wasn't Booker that fought her. It was one of the dudes.
It was the Tua guy. It was the new guy.
No. The one that she was practicing with was not Booker. That's what I'm saying. Because if she cut him, Booker didn't have no immortality after that. Remember, whoever she wound doesn't have the immortality no more. That's how Andy lost hers. That's how Quinn lost hers. So when he got cut, he don't got no immortality no more. That's why his arm didn't heal up. Remember, he walked up to her, he was talking to her, and then he went to go wrench his arm off in the sink and said, I forgot what Chet 12's name was in the movie, but he wanted them downstairs for a meeting. Because she was sitting on the bed.
But
that wasn't Booker that got cut.
That wasn't Booker.
No, it wasn't Booker. That's what I'm trying to tell you. That wasn't Booker that got cut. Because either before that or later on, Booker had went to go talk to Tua. Tua told him that Nile's power is taking away the other immortals' power. Yes, so he wouldn't have. So if he was the one that was fighting now, he wouldn't have been able to give Andy the immortality because the immortality is already gone.
Okay, this is what that point is true.
Yeah,
but that's why I feel it was too. So you think when? Oh, I see what you're talking about. When the two gay dudes was talking, and the one that was talking about just kind of like ending it, but he wouldn't have known though because he never had that conversation.
He wouldn't have known what
that you could give your mortality away.
No, that's what he didn't know. That's what I'm trying to tell you. He didn't know. Booker is the only one that knew.
So you think? Okay, I still feel like we're not talking about the same person.
Okay, so Booker is the one that gave her that gave Andy the immortality, right? And he died toward the end. Am I right?
Yeah.
Okay. Booker talked to Tua, and that's how he found out he could pass his immortality on, right?
Yes.
Okay. When after the mission that they had, remember they was in the mansion and they was all chilling and everything. And she had stole before they got to the mansion, she stole that little spirit thing off the wall. And Andy looked at her and was like, "That looks good on you."
Yeah.
All right. When she was in the courtyard after that mission, she was in the courtyard practicing with the spear. And the dude walked up on her and was like, "Oh, you look like you know what you're doing. Let me see what you got." And
That
they
was
was
Booker.
outside. That wasn't Booker.
That
That
was
was one of the
Booker and
gay dudes.
Tua.
No, it wasn't. That was one of the gay dudes. That's what I'm trying to tell you. It was one of the gay dudes, and he got cut on his arm. Remember, he was like, "I'm not healing up." He told his dude, he said, "I'm not healing up." He was like, "I think I lost my immortality." And he went up, he went to the what's her name? Andy was sitting on the bed, and he walked past Andy, and she was like, "What, you do something stupid again?" He was like, "Yeah, you know me." And he went to go rinse his arm off. And then he wrapped it up. And remember, he was the last one to leave out of the meeting before the next what's your name to go get Discord.
Okay, and I hear everything you explaining is
Yeah.
true, but that was Booker though.
I'm telling, if it was, that's what I'm
So
trying to
you
tell you.
think that
It
you
couldn't
trying
have
to
been
say?
Booker. It couldn't have been Booker because if it was Booker, he wouldn't have had the immortality to give to Andy. Because
So you,
if you get wounded by now, you lose your immortality.
I get all of that. I get all of
Yeah.
that. But what I'm saying, you trying to say they did some kind of trickery with the screen?
No,
Because that,
it was either Lewis or Conrad that got cut. Or not
okay,
Lewis or Conrad. What's the other? It was Joe and Nikki. It was either Joe or Nikki that got cut.
okay. So
It
let me
wasn't
ask you this.
Booker.
Let me ask you this real quick.
Yeah.
So we talked what last Tuesday or something,
Mm-hmm.
and you said you was watching it. Was that the last time you watched it?
No, I just watched it yesterday.
I just watched it yesterday.
Yeah.
That's why, like, it wasn't Nikki or Joe.
Then it was okay. So if it wasn't Nikki or Joe, then Booker didn't give her the immortality. Then
So I'm thinking, not now, um, Tua. I'm thinking Tua must have did it before they went into to stop the bomb from blowing up, because he told Booker you shouldn't have done that. And so I think that what he did was, I think Tua did it without us seeing it. I think he voluntarily gave his away.
it couldn't have been Tua because them three was locked in the room.
That's what I'm saying. I think that he did it before then.
It couldn't have been because okay, this is what I'm telling you. Roll with me real quick. Roll with me real quick, right? In the mission, her whole thing was to keep them separated so she could get them individually, right?
Yeah,
So Joe and Nikki was with Tua, right? In the
but
little room, and they was trying to figure out how to get out the room.
true. And then
And they
then
was
they got
talking
frozen.
to what's the dude's name? They was talking to Copley on because Copley, remember Copley was on the outside. They was talking to Copley, and then they got locked in the room because she was separating them. And then they end up getting picked up, right? Booker and Andy was in the hallways fighting everybody.
True.
Remember that?
Yeah.
So when Booker was talking to Andy, he was telling her he seen that she was healing up. So he gave her his what's your name? And he was like, "Yo, you good? Like you don't." He seen that it worked, and he was like, "You good? You don't have to worry about it." The only reason I said it couldn't have been Booker was because if Booker had was practicing with Nile, right?
Yeah.
Then when he got cut on his arm, he wouldn't have had no immortality to give her. You saying you think Tua already gave her the
Well,
immortality?
either so remember they was riding the motorcycles to even get to do the mission. It
Right.
could have been like just something they didn't show us. Maybe it'd be in the Old Guard 3 where he voluntarily gives it to her while they're riding in there, knowing that he could possibly die, but he didn't want Andy to die. Or it was a situation where he gave his mortality, Booker. I'm saying Booker gave it to her before he even went out there and got cut by now. It's either one of the two. The reason I think it was Tua, though, I think it was Tua because I think that he had some kind of guilt because he saw Booker wanting to get cut by now. And
It
that's
don't
why he trying to interject but I think that he gave her the mortality like while they was driving. I got a feeling we're gonna see a scene when they was on the motorcycles, like the dirt bikes, where Tua's like in his head, just like giving her the mortality, because I guess he felt that she's more valuable in this situation he is in, or he just felt he'd been living long enough and just like fuck it.
I don't think so. I don't think so, because remember, and I'm gonna tell you why I don't think so, and it don't make sense for that to happen, because remember, Discord is supposed to kill Tua. Remember, now kept having that dream where she kills Tua when he was picking up the book. I mean, she was picking up all the books and everything, and she ends up killing Tua. I think that what ends up happening is not one of the lovers, but Tua is the one that gives Quinn the immortality, because he knows that you could pass on your immortality. I think Quinn is going to get the immortality from Tua right before Tua dies in the third one.
Okay.
And that's how Quinn ends up getting it, right? One of the lovers is going to find out that that he can do it, but I think it's going to be too late, and maybe he end up passing it to Tua, or he end up giving it to Quinn. But one of them two is going to give it to Quinn. One of them two lovers is not immortal no more.
Well, I think the two lovers, I think both of them gonna end up being gone.
I do too. That's what I'm saying. Because one of them ain't immortal no more. I got to now I got to go back and rewatch that scene, because I'm telling you, bro, that was not Booker that fought him. I mean, that fought Nile, or that was practicing with Nile. It was one of them two. It was Joe or Nikki. And he got cut on the arm. He went to go wrench his arm off.
Yeah, I know. But Booker was the one that had it. He had his arm wrapped in that scene, and when he said that this is my gift to you, I got an expiration date. He had a big ass.
There's no. Okay, so look, that's why I'm saying it couldn't have been Booker, or if Booker was the one fighting him. I mean, if Booker was the one practicing with Nile, it don't make sense, because if Nile stabs you, then you don't have your immortality. Because remember when she stabbed Quinn ended up getting fucked up, and then she had to Andy had to basically nurse her back to health.
But I wonder how long it, not how long, how quick it happens. I wonder, do you lose your mortality immediately?
Yeah, because remember when Andy had got stabbed by Nile, it didn't heal up. And then when she stabbed whoever she was practicing with, that shit didn't heal up. And they heal up soon as something happened. Because remember, dude got his finger cut off. He picked his finger up and put it right back on. And it healed right up. And then when they was on the little road thing, remember his ankle got fucked up. And then it healed right back up. And then he kicked dude off that bike.
Oh no, I get all of that. No, yeah. What I'm saying is, I'm talking about, is it kind of like, okay, yeah, you ain't healing up.
Oh, you talking about when she get hit, when Nile wound him?
Yeah, like I just
remember when she hit Quinn, and then Nile was like, Quinn, I didn't mean to. It's soon as she do it, it's instant.
Nile didn't know no better either. She doesn't know the power was this.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So now don't even know that that's possible. But when she stabbed Quinn didn't heal up. And Quinn was like, I'm not healing. What did you do to me? And then she was like, I didn't mean to do that. And remember, Quinn fell out and she started bleeding out. So that's what I'm saying. It has to happen immediately. And that's why I said when she had whoever she had cut in that practice, she took their immortality. So whoever that is, that's what I'm saying. It can't be Booker, because if that was the case, Booker can't pass on his immortality because he don't got it no more.
And we can end this conversation, or Booker just thought that he passed his mortality on to her,
and it was somebody else.
My theory, and it was somebody else.
Okay,
but he just thought he did it.
See, I got to go back and watch the scene again now, just to double check. But I'm telling you, I don't think it was Booker.
I got to go back to the first one, because I'm trying to remember, and I do remember that her shoulder never really. I don't know, bro. I feel like
remember they even showed the scar in this one.
Like, I'm just wondering, like, I need to go back because there was some fight scenes when once they picked up Nile and Nile joined the team.
Mm-hmm.
I need to see what I don't remember is how many times she got hit or beat up. Did she continue to bleed?
Yeah.
But no, she continued to bleed from that shoulder. But like, I need to know: did she get stabbed again? Did she get shot again? Because that part I don't remember.
Yeah.
But anyway, nah. But we can move. But
All right. So
it's,
are you ready to do fire flames?
let's do it.
Let's do it.
Yoga fire. Yoga flame.
So what you got?
All right, man. Old Guard 3. First of all, I thought the first one was good. I thought it was a smart idea. I think that Netflix got something good going. I'm still waiting on Underground, 6 Underground 2.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as the Old Guard, off of 2 watches, I'm gonna give it a 4. And I think if they do it right, the Old Guard 3 got the potential to be, you know what I'm saying, 4.5. If they do it right. But right now, after 2 watches, I'm gonna give it a 4.
Okay. I'm going 4.5. Like I said, I had some issues here and there with the timing and everything else, which I don't really mind, right? It wasn't that big of a deal for me.
Mhm.
It was more so just the fact that I just felt like it was too short. But outside of that, everything else, it pretty much panned itself out. Everything worked. It was dope. I liked it. The fight scenes were better. Like I said, that fight scene between Uma Thurman and Charlize Theron, you couldn't ask for a better fight scene, bro. Especially
Yeah.
with the history that they got in action movies. Like that's like fucking Jason Statham and
Jet Li.
yeah, like when they was in the one, you know what I'm saying? Like something like that. Like that's that type of action scene. So I enjoyed that. The story is good. Um the casting is perfect for this because you don't have like an all-star cast, but you have stars there to fill in those spots. You know what I'm saying? But to bring in these people who are kind of lesser known and to let them kind of shine the way that they do is very enjoyable because there's not really a lot of expectation from them, but they exceed whatever expectation you gonna have of them. So I like that 4.5 for sure.
Cool. Not mad at it.
Yeah, man. Let's get into the coming soon.
Let's do it.
Soon to own on video and DVD.
All right. The next one we got is the Alto Knights. Right?
Yep.
All right. Robert De Niro times 2. You know what I'm saying? he getting his Michael B. Jordan slash what's Bane's name? Tom Hardy.
Party.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Yeah, he getting his Tom Hardy slash Michael B. Jordan on, man. I'm excited to see this. I did hear some reviews about it, and it sounded like they was hating. I ain't gonna lie to you. It sound like a lot of hating going on.
Like I said, it's not even an issue. The only thing was I was just duped. I thought that they were twins, but they're not
Nah, they
twins.
cousins.
No. Hey, yo, you stupid. Yo, they best friends, bro.
Right. Right.
But they one of them got makeup and one of them don't. But
Okay.
you know what I'm saying. But
Yeah.
I just
But I
personally
mean, come on, man. It's Robert De Niro. That's why I said I gotta watch it. But it's Robert De Niro. He hasn't had a bad film in a long time.
I agree with that.
And to me, I forgot what the movie is, bro. But he's playing somebody's dad in one of the films, and like he ends up being like the life of the party type shit. I forgot who else is in the movie. I want to say it's um not Chris Evans. What's his name? Star Lord.
Oh, Chris Pratt.
Yeah, I think it's Chris Pratt. I don't know.
Uh,
I gotta find it. But it's a movie that he's playing like somebody's dad, and like he ends up being like way cooler than the person. But it is a great movie. He ended up like getting with this young girl and all that. But it's hilarious. It's a comedy movie. It's hilarious, and he kills in that. He killed in The Intern. He was a dog in that shit. Like Robert De Niro is that guy. So I gotta go watch Alto Nights. I gotta see this. If you haven't seen Alto Nights, you go watch it. It's on Apple, right? Apple TV.
No, it's on HBO Max. We can
Oh,
say it right now.
yeah.
They
It's back to
changed
HBO Max.
the
Thank
name back.
goodness.
Yeah,
Thank goodness.
I
Max
know.
was a trash. That's a
It
trash
was.
name for an app.
It
You know what I'm
was.
saying?
It really
Yeah.
was.
But shout out to them, man. Thank you for getting that back. It's on HBO Max. So go to HBO Max, go check that out ASAP. Get with us on the next episode. We'll be talking about Bobby De Niro and Alto Nights. Listen, if you enjoyed this episode, if you didn't enjoy this episode, if you too wish you could be immortal, you know what I'm saying? So you could see what happens in the future. And you know what I'm saying, remember the things of the past. Tell us about it. Hit us up on the socials like we mentioned before, or you can hit us up individually. You can find me on I better say excuse me. You can find me on Twitter at Scoots Bronson. I have a link tree in my bio. You can follow me everywhere else there. And make sure y'all follow me on TikTok at Scoots Bronson. I got a lot of shit going on there, so go check me out.
And y'all can find me at S.Foster8 on Instagram, X, and TikTok. Follow the podcast 28 minutes or less. And that's all I got, man.
Cool. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for tuning in. As always, your support is greatly appreciated. Without you, there could be no us. And like they say, until the next episode, like they say in Hollywood, that's a wrap.
Cut.